I promise, guys, I'm not crying. Hi, guys, welcome back to my YouTube channel. If you're new here, my name is Tammy, and this is the space where I get to share little glimpses about my life. Guys, my baby turns 1, and I don't know how to feel. So, in a few days, my baby turns 1, and I just want to reflect. The past 1 year of motherhood has been a roller coaster of emotions, joy, growth, and just special moments. And I mean, I can't believe it's 1 year. Time really flies. So today I just wanted to sit down and share with you guys everything I have learned and felt within the last year of motherhood. Let's start with the experience right after birth. The pregnancy journey on its own is a completely different story. And let me know in the comment section if you guys are interested in hearing about my pregnancy journey, and I would be happy to do another sit down video for that. Well, yeah, so let's see. I remember when my baby was born. I remember the final moment before he was born. I remember being in tears because I just heard news about something I had to go through, which I didn't plan to. But yeah, let's not talking about that right now. But anyway, so I remember right when he was born, I had my husband with me there at the labor room, and when he was brought out, and he was so white. Oh my god, I didn't know babies used to be so white to start with, but he was so white. He was crying. He was big. He wasn't like a fat baby or anything, but he was like long. But he was a big baby anyways. And he came out, and he was brought out rather, and they handed him over to my husband, who then handed him over to me. And I remember just seeing him, it was like, oh my god, I can't believe I birthed a human being. I remember crying, not like wailing or anything, but I remember just crying seeing him. I know I've heard some moms don't do that, like they don't get moved to tears after giving birth, and that's totally fine. This is my story. And I remember being in tears, not like wailing, like I said. And the first thing I did was to pray over my baby, of course, because I believe that's very important. So yeah, then I remember being taken to another room, being monitored and all of that, down to after we left the hospital anyways, and we got home. So my mom was already around, Omugo things. I'm so grateful for her. I'm so glad she was around, because I don't even know what I would have done. People that do this without like their mothers or having people that have experienced birth, you guys tried. I'm not even going to lie, I give it to you guys. So I remember my mom being around. When we got home, I was told to be on bed rest for like 2 days at least, but no. I like stress. Apparently I do like stress. I remember my mom was watching over my little one. Of course, my little one slept with us, but my mom was always watching over him while I was supposed to be getting bed rest. And I remember every single time he cried, like once I just hear him crying, I'll jump up on the bed with all the pain that I'm feeling. I'll jump up on the bed and go to my mom's room to see what's happening. And my mom was like, "You need to rest, Tammy. You need to rest." My husband was like, "Tammy, you need to rest. Get some rest." And I'm like, yeah, what am I supposed to do? Like, I'm hearing him cry. I thought it was like reflex, like, am I supposed to just hear him cry and sit down and ignore? So I also remember, I think after maybe 2 days, after 2 days, I remember standing up, going to the kitchen to cook, and my mom was really upset, like, why am I stressing myself? And my man is like, Mommy, don't mind her, that's how she is, she likes stress. But yeah, so that was me then. And I feel like pregnancy, during the the period of pregnancy. I call it the period of wait. It prepares you for motherhood to an extent. Let me explain what I mean by that. When I was pregnant, I slept a lot, especially towards like the final trimester, the final months, the final weeks. I slept a lot, and I feel like I might have slept all the sleep that I needed for after I gave birth. Because tell me why I haven't had enough sleep since I gave birth. but yeah. So aside that, like I just feel like, when I was pregnant as well, I felt pains sometimes, and that usually like woke me up at night. And I feel like that constant waking up at night has helped me to. I have gotten used to like waking up at night to check on my little one, or feed him when he needs to. I remember the first few weeks where when I left the hospital, and then they legit gave me like a piece of paper. It was like an attendance kind of paper, and they're like, okay, so you need to feed your child every 2 hours. And I'm like, I had my alarm set for 2 hours, guys, every 2 hours in the night. It was so bad that I even started waking up before the alarm rang, just so like I don't have to hear the sound, and then I have to like feed him. Damn, it was that was stressful actually. So did motherhood actually change me? Well, I would say, of course, motherhood changed me. But I've heard from so many people, including my elder sister always says this, that what's the word? I am a nurturing person. If some friends have told me that as well. And I didn't used to believe that, because I'm like, which kind of nurture? Where to where? Well, motherhood has taught me patience, guys, because so I feel like motherhood has made me a patient person. I've learned to care more about people in general just from being a mother. I've learned to love people like fully. I've learned to give like a lot of love to a lot of people around me. Oh my God, I have become more prayerful. I have become more prayerful, and I really like that. I like that, honestly. And yeah, I feel like there are a few other qualities. I've learned to multitask, guys. Like, I used to be a good multitasker, but now it's like hyper V. It's like my multitasking senses just blew up after I became a mother. I can do like 7 things at a time and be able to focus on all of them, kind of. But yeah, so I'm pretty glad that I picked up these qualities from motherhood. I found out that I could do more than I thought I could. What do I mean by that? You know how they say the sky is the limit? Is that what they say? After I became a mother, I realized, like, I say, oh, can I really do this? Or I think in my head I can do this, and then when I do it, I feel like, oh wait, I could have actually done more. Motherhood kind of pushed me beyond my limits. It also helped me to build some kind of confidence, because as a mother, like, you do things like, everybody, you know how they say every child is different. So it's, for me, that I feel like motherhood is also kind of different, because the children are different. So if you're picking advice on so and so, don't get me wrong, I'm not saying you shouldn't pick advices, but you still have to figure out what works for your child. It kind of taught me to be more confident in myself, not just pertaining motherhood, but like in general. And I pretty much like that. I'm glad I was able to hold myself, of course, with like enough support system around me, because being a mother is hard. I'm not even going to lie. Like, as a woman, you go through so many changes during pregnancy. You give birth. There's a lot going on. It's like your body fights yourself at some point, and your mental health can also be at risk. So I'm proud of myself for being able to hold myself. Of course, my husband, my mom, my sisters, my friends were there to support me, and I'm grateful to God for them. But yeah. Yeah, I remember like, so I didn't feel like myself after the first week of giving birth, but I just kept telling myself it's totally fine. You just, I mean, something massive, something you just changed in your life, so you have to just be patient with yourself. I don't remember crying. I remember 2 days after I left the hospital. Was it 3 days thereabout? And then I think I can't remember what they call them. It's like a home nurse or something came to check up on me, check up on my child, and she was asking questions like, so how are you? Are you getting enough help at home? Are you getting enough support? How do you feel? How's your mental health? I mean, I'm like, I'm good. And she's like, are you sure? Like, just know, like, if you need to cry, it's okay to cry. And you know that phrase, if you need to cry, it's okay to cry. I remember, like, I used to tell people that, like, friends, like people close to me, like, if you need to cry, you should actually cry. So when she said that to me, it kind of hit hard. Obviously, I did not cry in front of her. And then she left after she checked us and everything. And I think it was like the next day, I was in the room. My mom was holding my little one, and I think my husband was helping out at the kitchen, and I burst into tears. I wailed, guys. I cried my eyes out. And I remember my husband, I think my room door was open and he could see me from the kitchen. I remember he came and he's like, what's happening? Are you okay? Is anything wrong? And I just, you know how, and I don't know, like you're feeling so many emotions. You don't know what exactly is making you cry. So like, I just remember telling him, like, I don't know. I just feel so much. I just feel like so much is happening. So much has happened. And God bless that man. Oh my God, guys, I promise I'm not going to cry. I'm not going to cry. God bless that man anyways. And yeah, that was a lot to offload. And I remember telling my mom later that, oh mommy, I cried on so day. And she's like, why did you come to meet me, blah 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 blah. I love my mom. But yeah, what has been the greatest challenge of being a mother for me within the last year? I would say lack of sleep. No, was that the most challenging thing? In this particular order, the worst part of motherhood for me this last year was pumping. Oh my God, that thing is draining. It's a whole chore, guys. Like, I hated pumping. I hated it so much. Like, and then I had like, I set like times for pumping, and I'm like, when it's almost time, I'm like, God, it's time to pump again. Like, I really hated pumping. I was so glad when I eventually stopped pumping. And what else did I? Okay, I mean, I don't particularly hate this, but not having to sleep, not having to get like enough sleep prior to pregnancy. I remember I did not joke with my 8 hours of sleep. Like, I made sure I always got my 8 hours of sleep. So imagine after giving birth, and I can't even boast of like 3 hours straight of sleep. I mean, I love my little one, but it would have been nice to get more sleep. But yeah, so not having enough sleep was also really stressful. It adds to the stress, of course. But yeah. Oh, I would also say, what else? Identity shifts. Yeah, it's like sometimes I feel like, oh, I'm a whole different person. I don't know how to explain it. I remember one day I was just looking through my Instagram, looking through my Insta stories, and I'm like, oh, I used to do this, but can I do this now? Like, I don't know. I feel like there's some things that just don't resonate with me anymore, and that's totally fine. I've read somewhere, and I believe it's actually true, after you give birth, your sense of style changes. I mean, it might not happen to everybody, but for me, I just feel like, okay, even till now, I haven't like figured out like what kind of clothes I enjoy, or what kind of clothes I actually feel better in. So, your fashion sense also, my fashion sense has changed, or is still changing. I think it's something I'm still trying to figure out. Like, okay, but that's not a priority for me. So whenever it happens, it happens. Like, how did I cope with like the whole journey of motherhood? Honestly, I would say, like, with the help of people, with the help of my mom, with the help of my husband, with the help of my sisters, my brother-in-law, of course, like family and friends. Yeah, truly, it takes a village to raise a child. I'm not even going to lie. Like, so after I gave birth, my sisters, we don't all live in the same city. We don't all live in the same country. So my sisters they kind of have a schedule on when to call and check up on my little one and me sometimes, but mostly my little one. So it was like, okay, this is this person's shift. They call us, like my younger sister calls in the morning because that's like the perfect time. My morning or afternoon rather is the perfect time for her time zone. And my older sister has like the time in the evening she calls because that just works for her. My mom also, after she left, had a time she always used to call just to talk to my little one. So these times when they call, it just gives me like extra breathing space to do other things while they watched him anyway. And imagine these people called for 365 days. Okay, he's not yet one, but yeah, you get what I mean. They've called every single day since my baby was born, except like when they were here. So basically they have checked up on my little one every single day since he was born. It just feels really good to have these people. They really helped me to cope, to just to not feel alone in this. Of course I wasn't alone. I have my husband, but he has to go to work. He has to hustle for the family. So this was like extra hands, I guess. And yeah, it felt really good having them. My favorite memories from the past year. Let me see my favorite memories. So, I mean, every single milestone my little one hit is a major memory for me. I mean, I remember when he was so tiny, not tiny, when he was younger, and he couldn't sit yet. Oh my God, this guy wanted to sit. He will stretch his legs, grunt, try to sit up. You don't have the strength, you don't have strong bones to sit. But yeah, he always wanted to fly above his shadow. Then when he learned to sit, oh, he was so excited. I remember like the first time he actually sat up, it was my brother-in-law that caught it on the call. I was on the call with my sister and my brother-in-law. He's like, oh, Temi, see, he's sitting up. And I'm like, oh yeah, he's finally doing it. And boom, once he learned to sit, there was no going back. He always wanted to sit. I remember the first time he called, he took his first call. And I'm like, hey, let me record it for my guys. And then I pick up the camera and then, nope, it doesn't go again. It doesn't work out again. Yeah, I think he was always conscious about the camera. Then guys, the first time he stood, the joy in my heart, like, this boy is really growing. So now imagine the first time he walked. The first time he walked, it was like 4 steps. I was on the call with my older sister and her husband as well. My husband was also home from work that evening. And then he took 4 steps and I'm like, oh my God, JJ, you did so well. And it was such a beautiful thing to see. And I mean, look at him now. He's walking so well. He's trying to run. I don't know why he's trying to run, but whenever he tries to run, he falls. Of course, in a safe space. But yeah, I remember the first time he tried to smile. I remember his first laugh. Oh my God, I remember when his teeth finally started coming out. Yeah, that's another story. Because that was painful for me since I was nursing my little one. But I was so excited to see like, oh, he has teeth now. And God, he's such a big boy. Oh, I remember his first haircut. Yeah, when I say haircut, I mean like I just picked up scissors and trimmed his hair. I haven't tried, shaving off his hair completely. I don't think I want to try that. Maybe it might not be a bad idea to keep it through, but it's not something I've decided yet. It's not something myself and my husband have decided yet. So yeah, like I remember when he started eating solid food, it was like, what's that? Not obvious, of course he didn't say what's that. But I mean like he had his face like, what is this? This is very different from what I normally eat. But now he's eating so well. He's doing so well. I remember when he first started babbling, and now he likes to say bye because he's used to many phone calls. So he's like bye bye. So I also remember how this should be his favorite thing. Yeah, it's He used to love it when he was like maybe I think 2 3 months. In fact, from like when he was born to like 3 months. And it's funny how this boy moves on from things because he doesn't even pick this guy up anymore. Like there was a time that he would cry and you give this to him and he would just stop crying. But now this guy just sits very lonely, very lonely wherever he is kept. It's just these little things just help me realize that my little one is growing up so fast. Like before I know it, he's married. I'm not going to cry. God, I love this boy so much. I remember when I attended this program called Tribe Night. I mentioned that in one of my earlier vlogs, and we talked about how the closest thing to compare to God's love is the unconditional love of a mother. And it's easier to talk about these things. It's another thing to actually feel it. Like, I love this boy so much. I feel like I've said that like 1 million times on this vlog already. But I can't explain it. Like, he comes first before myself, kind of. I think it should be healthy, yeah. But like, he comes first before myself, and his happiness just makes me happy. Oh my God, when he laughs. I remember like those nights when I had to wake up to nurse him, and it gets so frustrating sometimes. Like, oh God, I'm so tired. I want to sleep. But he's not awake, but he's like feeding, yeah. And then he just smiles, and I'm like, yeah, this was worth it. This was definitely worth it. So I just forget like all my sorrows, I guess. I feel like I have bonded so much with him. Like today, as at the time I'm recording this video, last night, my husband decided that let him sleep with my little one, and I could sleep at the other room just to see if I could get like full 8 hours of sleep. Guys, I rolled and tumbled and turned on the bed. Like, it felt so weird not having to sleep with my little one. Like, I understand that I said I wanted more sleep, but I'm so used to him, so used to waking up. I don't know, just waking up to check up on him, waking up to nurse him and stuff like that. I remember it was like 2 a.m. I'm still looking like, okay, wait, he's not crying. I'm not hearing, did he wake up or something? Then I think it was like 2 something, and I check my phone and I see my man sent a message, and he's like, oh, he thinks he's hungry. So the excitement on my face, I just ran to the room and I just picked him up, and guess what? I slept in the room with my little one. Guys, sleep is overrated, I beg. But yeah, so that was me last night. Yes, so I didn't get enough sleep for this video. But regardless, I just love that boy so much. Motherhood is a good thing. Motherhood is a good thing for people out there trying to conceive. I pray God shows up for you. And for other mothers there, young mothers like myself, having kids less than 1, you just need to hang in there. It might seem like the hardest thing to do now, but trust me, you look back and you realize that it wasn't that bad actually. It wasn't that bad. Also, try to get a support system. It could be friends, it could be family. Just try to find people that you can talk to. Even if they can't really help out with the child, like just have someone you can easily talk to freely. Someone that you can actually pour your heart out to. And then for moms with kids older than 1, you guys, kudos, I beg. For moms with more than 1 child, congrats and kudos to you guys. I look up to you guys. I think you're doing a fantastic job. I pray to God that I get there as well. I get to experience that as well. Are there things that I would have wished someone told me before motherhood? I don't think so. I feel like, it's like I said, it's okay to listen to advice, just to help you navigate the journey. But you would also learn as you go, because there's so many things that might not work for your child that worked for other people's children. So basically, I would just tell you, like, enjoy the journey while it's happening. Try to enjoy it. Try to find something you loved, something that gives you joy. on this journey. What am I looking forward to in the next year? Hey, guys, is it not when they are doing 2-year-old baby that they used to do terrible to? God forbid. Anyway, just joking. Let me see. So for the next year, I think I'm more excited about like other milestones my little one is going to hit. I can't wait for him to start talking properly, to start running, to start kicking his ball, because I don't know why he likes to throw it. Guys, we're not raising a basketballer here. It's football we want. But yeah, to just watch him play and enjoy life. I'm just looking forward to being a good mother, being a good parent, supporting him with everything he needs, and yeah, with everything he needs. Yeah, I mean, I heard when they're infants, it's easier than when they're toddlers. Am I scared? Absolutely not. I know I can do it. It might be a lot of work, but yeah, I still have my support system. They're not going anywhere. But still, I look forward to it. I look forward to the next year. So yeah, that's pretty much it for my reflections. I hope you guys enjoyed this vlog. I really hope you enjoyed the vlog. If you did, don't forget to hit the like button, subscribe, and share. Before I wrap up, I've been thinking to do a sit down video just to gist you guys about like my pregnancy and birth experience, and also an in-depth video about my relocation journey to Canada from Estonia. If you do not know, I moved from Estonia to Canada. I have a vlog where I just talked briefly about it, and I realized it resonated with a lot of you. I've had so many people ask me questions about the whole process. So if you would like me to do a sit down vlogs on any of these two, just let me know in the comment section. Just one comment about any of these topics: my birth experience, my pregnancy and birth experience, or my relocation journey. Just one comment. If I see one comment, then I'm going to do it. So thank you once more for stopping by, and see you in the next vlog. Bye.